Effort and attitude. I tell the kids we want to be a team. The number one thing about team starts with the letter T. We're always going to stay together. Next two letters, E and A, effort and attitude. Every day, I never want to question out there on the football field their effort and their attitude. Work hard, make it fun for us to be around you, and then if we stay together, great effort, great attitude, then that M's going to fall in. You'll have some unbelievable memories that last a lifetime. Our focus is this. Every child that comes through our door, we want to target them as an athlete, as a person. The first thing that we stress is character. We spend a lot of time talking about the values and different things. In our off-season program, once we get to off-season, and we've not had a Hutto off-season since I've been here. So we got here in March, we went right through, and the kids worked 1,000,000 miles an hour, and we were behind, and we got out there on the grass. But once we get here in January, every Friday, we won't even dress up. We're going to go in there, and we'll have character development classes. And we talk about all the little things about, how to manage your time and just a lot of different things about building character. Secondly is academic, and third is football. And I tell them like this, it's real easy. Okay? If you're in trouble, and I call a troubled kid, okay, a turd. If you turd up and you act bad, all right, in class, and you're out in the streets and you're in jail and you can't pass, you can't play football. It's real easy. It's real easy. And those are the things that we've got to do. And that's the most amazing thing as we understand certain things is kids are going to make choices. And you can encourage them and I can encourage them to make the choices. Ultimately, they're going to make those choices. They're in charge of that. But they are not in charge of the consequences. And the consequences of playing football, or not being able to play football, sometimes motivates them a lot more than anything else in their life. And that's a great thing right now for these kids. Team-wise, every time that you come to watch a football game, the first one is here on the 26th, the JV game, the freshman game. I expect to see you guys there. I promise you three things about our football team. We'll be the most disciplined football team. The way we look, the way we conduct ourselves, the way we get off the bus, the way that we walk to the concession stand. We're going to be very organized. We're going to be very disciplined. We're going to represent you well. We're going to be the most physical football team. And we're going to be the most conditioned football team. And those are the things that we're trying to instill right now with all of our kids. Player accountability is year-round. The one thing I'll talk to you real quick is kind of the discipline with eyes, how we get their attention. All right? Mr. Martinez was trying to get your attention a while ago. Everybody's back there talking and everything. First thing we try to teach kids is how to talk to people. And when you look in their eyes, so if we got 150 boys out there on the practice field, they're talking and getting things done. If I want to get something done, the first thing I say is eyes. As soon as I say eyes, they stop what they're doing, they say eyes right back. They stand at attention, they look at us, and that way we don't waste 20 seconds blowing a whistle going, hey. We just do it and learn how to communicate fast. We're able to make corrections and move on, and that's one of the best things about us. Talk about want versus pursue, passion, nutrition, community involvement. Leadership Advisory Committee is a committee that I'll have with kids that are on AV Honor Roll. They're also leaders in the community. I'll take about 8 to 10 boys on our football team. We'll call them the LAC, and they are the government of our football team. They're rewarded for doing things outside of football that are also a big part of taking care of their own. And then choices versus consequences. These are the things we talk about. These are the things that we work on with these young men and young women year-round. These are great components of a successful athletic program. Y'all kind of amazed right now, right? Football, head football coach, pie chart, and everything. Stereotype coaches and stuff. Pretty impressive. Thanks, Tyrone. I think the number one thing we talk about is our purpose. We have a purpose. We know what our purpose is. We have a philosophy in which we stand by, and that's something that's great. Time management is the biggest thing I think that we do a great job of. If you've watched our practices and you've been out there, Ed's been real good about allowing me to get certain things. And the one thing I told him I need is I need a segment time. We got a big old clock out there. I invite you guys to come out and watch practice. And you'll know, these boys know exactly every second of every day what we're supposed to be doing. And we're not going to waste any time. You know, from the time the bell rings, and time management is the biggest thing about running the program. And we are learning how to do that. And ever since I've been here, these kids have embraced that. We're very efficient about what we do, when we're going to do it. And that's the biggest thing that our program allows us to do. The community involvement. I was so excited when I had an opportunity to come talk to you about what's going on at Hutto ISD and out there, and I want you to be a big part of what we're doing. You're always welcome to come out there, and being a part of this community is one of the reasons why we moved here. Player development, that starts all the way up from the Hutto youth football. One of the things Coach Carter and I did is embrace them and try to get them on the same page that we're doing. I want everybody involved in developing players, and from the little ones up, and you'll come out there and see a lot of kids, but we want to be on the same page. Communicating all the way across the board about what our expectations and how we're going to get there, and then participation. Those are the components that our program is made of. Our purpose is to develop character in student and the athlete in that order. This serves as a catalyst for the success of our educational process, to be a source of pride for the school and the community, and to produce a state championship program. That's one of the things that I do every day, and these kids do every day. I tell them, you know, I was blessed in 2003 to win a state championship. I've been in some great programs. But the thing that we do every day is we're going to work to win a state championship every day. Every day that I get up and go in that office and get out there, that's the way we're going to work. Is that always going to happen every year? No. But that's the standard and the drive and the things that we're going to try to pursue, is to win a state championship here in Hutto. Our philosophy, number one, has got to be fun. It's got to be fun for the kids. It's got to be fun for you. It's got to be fun for them. I think the greatest thing we do as a coach and staff is to be able to change things up and get the kids excited. You got a lot of different kids coming from a lot of different backgrounds. So we want to get in there and make it fun for all of them. The thing I tell them all the time, you know, winning is a lot more fun than losing. And sometimes to win, you got to do some things that aren't very fun. Lining up after practicing for 2 hours and running 12 100-yard runs isn't a lot of fun. But it'll allow me to do some things on Friday night that have success over my opponent, where I can win, and winning is fun. We'll be the most physical, most disciplined. I talked about that. We seek to have many contributors as possible, get everybody involved. I talked about our alternate starter system with our young kids and our junior high kids and everything going on. This year, UIL allowed us for the first time to work out our middle school kids. We had 270 boys at Hutto come this summer and commit to 6 weeks and get together, and that was awesome. All of them be working towards the same goal, and that was pretty impressive, and those kids did a great job. Our freshman practices, that's the biggest thing I think is different. A lot of people have different philosophies about freshmen. You know, usually you take the least experienced kids in the high school, you take the least experienced coaches, about 2 or 3 of them, and you throw them together and you go, good luck. What we do is every high school coach coaches the freshmen. We've been out there, they're out there right now. We've been out there ever since 2 days, and we've had 21 coaches coaching those kids. And so they are a priority, and we want to show them love and keep them motivated about playing on Friday nights, and that's what we do. And in offense, defense, and special teams, to be a great football program, you got to be great in all 3. It's simple for us, confusing for them. Flexible schemes that fit our personnel.